And the trotters are about to turn into line now. This is the 4th of the afternoon, the Ryal Bush Transport Gold Chip Final for the trotters. And King Cassidy, looking for a hat-trick of wins today, is the race favourite here at $2.60 and $1.60. Miss Moffat's at $4.50. Fives for both Sky Tower and Makarewa Rum. Prince George at 8s. The long one is Here's a Ragdoll. Take No Prisoners 12 and Here's a Ragdoll's at double figures. I thought they were going to turn in then, but they've decided not to. Next on the card, the junior drivers are over the Mobile 2-4 with a tiny little field, which will be a pretty competitive little affair. The race of the day today is undoubtedly the Wairio Cup field. It's a great little field there. Right, now we're getting underway. Just about set to go. Prince George and Here's a Ragdoll and Makarewa Rum come forward. Take No Prisoners. White cap, red one is on Miss Moppet. They step up and they trot. They're all out trotting too, the whole bunch of them. Miss Moppet's begun particularly well. King Cassidy's about 8 lengths behind them. Getting out best, Prince George on the inside has the lead early. Here's a Ragdoll about to settle in behind it at the moment. Is one out, about to get over near the markers. A length back to Makarewa Rum's on the journey today. So is Sky Tower, who's right behind it. Take No Prisoners makes ground up on the inside of Sky Tower. A length back and one away from the fence to Miss Moppet. And about 6 or 7 lengths further astern is King Cassidy, but the gap is shortening. Prince George brings them down the side. About to be eyeballed by Makarewa Rum, and Sky Tower's right on the back of Makarewa Rum, who now puts the head in front. Behind those running fourth is Here's a Ragdoll. Take No Prisoners relaxes pretty well, really. It's next a length and a quarter back. 2 lengths away is the stablemate Miss Moffat. And about a couple of lengths behind that is King Cassidy. Into the lane, and Sky Tower is going to trot around and take the lead from Makarewa Rum, who was a pacemaker briefly. Running third, Prince George. They work into single file at the 1600 metres. 2 lengths away now, 3 back to Here's a Ragdoll. Take No Prisoners behind her. 2 lengths further astern, Miss Moppet. And still at the back, 2 lengths away is King Cassidy. Out of the straight they run. Sky Tower leads, trots well, they all do. Right behind it is Makarewa Rum, lobbing third, Prince George. It's a couple of lengths in front of Here's a Ragdoll. Next to the 2 stablemates, Take No Prisoners. Miss Moppet behind it by a length, and 2 back to King Cassidy, single file. 1,200 metres to run. They're about to swing into the back. The leader is Sky Tower, doing it easily. Makarewa Rum right behind it. Prince George third. Still a little more than 2 lengths away too. Here's a Ragdoll on the inside. King Cassidy's on the move. Starts to trot up and around. Here's a Ragdoll. Straight onto its back is Miss Moppet. About a length back, Take No Prisoners will move out now and follow its stablemate as they run to the end of the back straight. 800 left to travel. It is still Sky Tower from Makarewa Rum on the inside. King Cassidy bowls up to the leaders' wheel as they head for the 600 metres. Prince George sneaks away from the markers, gets onto the back of King Cassidy. They have 600 left to run. Right behind those, Miss Moppet, one out around Here's a Ragdoll, and Take No Prisoners is beside her. They come up towards the quarter pole. King Cassidy loops to the lead here from Sky Tower. Makarewa Rum back on the inside. Trotting into second, Prince George. Miss Moppet getting closer to them. Makarewa Rum's just inside of her. Behind those, Take No Prisoners, and Here's a Ragdoll. Homeward bound, King Cassidy out by 2. Prince George, Makarewa Rum. Miss Moppet can't do it. King Cassidy still on top. Prince George, Makarewa Rum trying hard on the outside. It is still King Cassidy. He gets his hat trick. Gets there. King Cassidy will beat home Makarewa Rum. Prince George third. Take No Prisoners into fourth. Behind those came Miss Moppet. Sky Tower next in. And Here's a Ragdoll is the last one to go by.